Alright, so let's talk build, yeah? So this is my concept Warden healer, very low level, but lately I've been getting a lot of comments, a lot of feedback, and some questions about what I'm doing and what makes me so effective in dungeons and in PvP. I do both. I feel like I would like to make a build that will do both. And with a few skill swaps, you can do both. So first, we could start it off with the fact that I am running just your normal max health, max magicka from Cyrodiil. I'm running the Ritual Boon, and she is a Breton Warden healer. Obviously, my magic is, I have all my points in magicka, and as you can see, my stats are 37k max magicka, 19 health out of Cyrodiil. In Cyrodiil, it's a little higher, and then 12k stamina, 661 spell damage with the 43.9% spell crit, and with my buffs, it goes a little higher. As you can see, it goes up just a little higher. So alright, so that's my stats. Yeah. So let's go into skills. Right now on my resto bar, I'm running Amulet, Blue Betty, Inner Light, Healing Springs, Mutagen, which can also be swapped out with Healing Ward, depending on whether you are doing a dungeon or in PvP. This is more of like a PvP, my PvP setup right here. Amulet is to keep me alive, because if a healer's dead, you can't heal. And then Mutagen is more like a spammable, but I really do like to run Ward Ally. It's the one I like to run because I run with my friend. It's usually just the two of us, and this protects both of us, so it works out really well for us. And then I also run Barrier. When I'm not in PvP, I do run Healing Thicket instead, which is a burst heal. Amazing. Can turn things. Well, both Healing Thicket and Barrier are game changers. Barrier I haven't even leveled yet. But once I pop it, it's like a game changer. It just turns everything around. You could be losing and suddenly you pop this, and you can like stand a whole lot of damage, as you can see. It just invokes defensive tactics that protects yourself and your nearby allies with a ward for each of throw up to 27,644 damage. So that's pretty OP in my opinion, and the ultimate cost is 200. It's pretty awesome. I also have Sleep Storm, which I will be morphing into Permafrost. Also more of a PvP situation there. I like to have my options here though. This would be more for dungeons, these would be more for PvP. Alright, so on my other bar, I do Force Pulse with my light attacks. That is my main damage dealing, is just weaving with my force and my lights. Hence having so much buffs, because I'm primarily a healer, but in a one-on-one situation I want to be able to defend myself. So I also sometimes I'll put Screaming Cliff Racer on for some extra DPS. I also for AoEs do use Deep Fissure and Fetcher Infection as well for extra DPS, depending where I'm going. Like if I'm just questing and doing delves and hunting sky shards, I will put more of my AoEs on there, because I'm not too concerned about a player coming up and ganking me. So so on my back bar, which is my Destruction Shaft, I do run Force Pulse, Expansion, Frost Cloak, Biting Seeds. This is great for just laying on the ground. It's just great. Inner Light, and then Blue Betty again. Now these two I do not necessarily need on this bar. Right now, honestly, I'm just leveling them. But when I'm not leveling them, like I said, I usually have Deep Fissure on, and probably Screaming Cliff Racer gives me some extra DPS. I might run Gripping Shards, of course, Destruction Reach. You could want to throw on there as well, and yeah. So that's what I got right now. Those are my main focuses right now. I mean, I appreciate the comments, and I appreciate when people tell me good job. In dungeons, I've gone into random groups and just have them beg me to keep going with them, because, you know, a healer that actually does this job, that's what I get a lot. I appreciate that, but that's my build. As far as gear goes, it doesn't even matter what my gear is, because I'm going to evolve, and once I hit level 50, obviously I'll be making my 160 endgame gear. But right now I'm running Seducer, 4-piece Seducer, training, because that's mainly what I need it for. And then the other set I'm running is Giuliano's, of course, 5-piece training. Again, this is all just temporary. Just random stuff down here. I reduced the necklace of the Alteration Mastery, just adds Magic Recovery and Max Magicka and Magic Recovery, and then I also have Ring of Imperial Wrath, which right now is just for Max Magicka. It's random, I know. Not too well put together, but again, when you're this low level, it's more about leveling the skills that you're gonna need, and having fun and trying new things. As far as pots go, I run just your normal magic, whatever level I am is usually the ones I run, and then you pop those when you're low on magic. So that's it, that's my build. Again, I appreciate all the comments, and we'll see you on the battlefield.